Alright, so welcome back everybody. So in the last video I showed you guys how to play the game, and we also did some gameplay. But if you watched the last video, you know I didn't make it very far. We're going to try to see if I can make it all the way to El Dorado or not. Or will I die in the process? Who knows? But I still have a couple of cards here to maybe help me out. And I still have all of my adventurers, thankfully. So we'll just see how it goes, right? Well, it's morning again, so I get to draw 6 cards. So I'll do that. 6. Okay, and first thing I have to do is draw 2 cards for the path. And they'll go in this order, because they have to go in numerical order again. Okay, well this is a good card. So I might want to play that. This one's not so bad either. Vampire Bats. The Abandoned Camp is a good card. Wow, I got a lot of good cards, except for this one. That's not so good. This one could potentially be good too. So would this. So I only have one horrible card here. So let's see, does any of these help me get further? This one does. I mean, to El Dorado. So does this one, but it's a bad thing, right? I'm gonna get a lot of injuries in the process. So, and this one also will help me get to my location as well. Okay, so let's see here. But I would want to have something in navigation for that one. And I do. My Peccary has navigation. My Peccary could help me get across that rope bridge. I know it sounds strange, but yes, it would help for sure. We'll go ahead and play the Abandoned Camp, which would go here because it's the first card technically. Let's see. We could do this one, but we'd get a lot of injuries in the process. Let's see. Does any of these cards heal health? This one does, but it would come much later. Okay, well, let's go ahead and play this one out. The Old Pathway. And then we have to draw one. 14 would go here. Okay, and that one does not look that good at all. But we do have a lot of meat, at least. Okay, and then let's go ahead and, I don't have... Okay, yes, let's go ahead and do the Vampire Bat one as well. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, here we go. So those are the cards we did for the path. Hopefully this will work out. So, first one we do is the Abandoned Camp. Now I can use this to get 2 bullets. I could do that. Or I could do it to get, the Abandoned Camp as a card I can save for later. Well, I'm not going to be using anything for bullets right now. Not really. So I think that's what we'll do. We will keep this card for later, and hopefully it'll come in handy. So that's what we'll do. We'll save the Abandoned Camp. Okay, so the next card are the Vampire Bats. Oh, well, we get meat, so that's something. Because we have to do yellow first, so we get meat. Then I have to choose one of these. These Vampire Bats are about to do some massive damage to us, but fortunately for us, we have an abandoned camp nearby, and we sought out shelter in the abandoned camp, avoiding the damage that we would have received, or the injuries we would have received from the Vampire Bats. And so now we get to move on with our journey. Okay, we just found an old pathway. We can do this one or this one, but obviously I want to get closer to El Dorado, right? So let's do this one. We get to advance 1 space, and then we draw 1 card. 1 blind draw gets added to the path, and it's the Bushmaster. Okay. All right. So now this one is done, and we're moving on. Okay. Now I have to choose one of these options. I can either choose to kill one of my guys, I can shoot this guy to skip the next 2 cards, and I don't want to skip that rope bridge. I can get an injury, but then I also get this card for navigation, or I can lose 2 meat to move up on the path, which is what I'll do. I've got all this extra meat, so we'll give him some meat, and he was so gracious and so happy to receive this meat. He's going to help us reach El Dorado a little sooner. Well, at least get us 1 step closer anyway. Okay, moving on. Unfortunately, we got this awful card, Hookworms. I would not want that in my hand. Okay, so we can either lose a bullet, an injury, or the person who's the camper loses 1 health, which would kill her, unfortunately. So we'll choose this option, and somebody just gets injured. Let's see here. Sorry, Roy. You'll have to take 1 for the team. Okay, so now we've passed this one. Okay, the next one is, well, we can swap the next card, which there isn't another card to swap with besides Bushmaster, so we skip that regardless. We can use a navigation to move 1 up on the path. We can also move up on 1 on the path, but in the process, somebody dies. So basically, we're using this rope bridge to get much closer. We just found a shortcut, and it means we have to cross this rope bridge. But if we choose this option, then someone falls to their death. But hey, we got 1 step closer. Or we add 1 card to the pathway for the morning phase. Or we use a navigation, our navigation. So we're going to use our peccary here, or we're going to basically throw the peccary off the cliff. Or we're gonna lose the peccary one way or the other, right? So let's just do it that way, right? And we were able to cross, all of us, we were able to cross the road bridge by sacrificing this pig, this peccary, and we were able to move up 1 more on that path. Okay. All right, and the next one is the Bushmaster. Man, we're only 3 cards away. We have to go up 4 more times. If we can go up 4 more times, we've made it to El Dorado. Okay, the Bushmaster. So the Bushmaster, if you don't know what a Bushmaster is, it's the largest venomous snake in Central and South America. The largest, okay, venomous snake. Very dangerous, okay, and it's very easy to miss. The camouflage is exceptional. So we either get 2 injuries, which would definitely kill somebody here if we took the 2 injuries. So we're going to use our bullet to shoot it for 1 meat, our last bullet. But we get 1 meat for the process. Okay? And that's it for the morning phase of the game. So now we go to evening phase. Will we make it? I don't know. For sure, I don't know. Okay, well, I have to draw... Let's see, I don't have to draw anything right this second. I can use 1 of these first if I want to, or 2 of these or whatnot. Let's see. And remember, in the evening phase, we don't do numerical order for evening phase, so it's whatever's drawn first or placed down first that creates the path. Well, let's see. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I only have an expert in jungle. I don't have the navigation thing anymore. But we're going to place this one out. And then we will place this one out. And then we will do a blind draw here. Oh, and that's really good right there. That's really, really good. Too bad I didn't draw it before this one. And we'll draw this one. And this one, and then 1 more. River crossing. Okay. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Kapok. We found a kapok tree, I think that's what they're called. Okay, so I have to do the first one regardless, the yellow one. So meat, we lose a meat, but we get to keep this card for camping situations, for camping expertise. And then this is an option. We can lose navigation. So basically we can get an injury to restore health and then make it -1 card. We can discard this card, which is the last card, which is actually a fairly good card. So I don't want to do that. And obviously I don't want to injure the navigator just to heal somebody else. And I don't have navigation, so we're going to skip that option, the blue one, because it's only optional anyway. But we get to keep the card, so that's cool. So now we've got jungle and camping. Okay, next card. Okay, first one is not optional. So we pay a meat, and it's -2 cards, regardless. Oh, I forgot about that. So now the river crossing goes, and that card goes. That's not an option. Okay, well, I could do the blue, but they're going to get injured big time. But I could do this one here. I could pay a meat and use my Capac here to move up 1, so that's what we'll do. We'll pay the 1 meat, and we'll lose this card to move up 1 on the expedition. Okay, moving on. All right, we can skip the next card, and it's a good card, so I don't know if I want to do that. We can get 1 meat, or we can get this for navigation and jungle expertise. We're going to save it for navigation and jungle well, we only have 1 meat now, don't we? And we start losing health if we do that. So we're going to choose to get 1 meat. We're going to use the Kala Palos tribe to provide us with some food. Okay. And the last card is we lose a meat to get camping expertise, or we use a navigator to move up 1 on the expedition, which we don't have, so we would injure the navigator, or we kill one of our expedition people die to move up 1. Well, Isabel has 2 health, so she'll take 1 for the team, and we get to move up 1. 1 more. We're just 2 away now. Okay, that was it for the evening phase. We are now back to the morning phase. And I have to draw the first 2 cards regardless for that. And we got 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see here. Well, this is a good one. That's not so good. That's not so good. That's horrible. That could potentially be good, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to choose 2 of these regardless. I need to go up 2 more to win the game. 2 more. And none of those will actually allow me to go up. But there's 2 here that will. So these 2 would allow me to go up. But I don't have any cards for navigation if I decide to do that one for moving up to El Dorado. And I only have 1 health. Isabella only has 1 health, so that doesn't help me. That one is tempting, but she would die in the process. Are there any cards here that give me navigation? No, there is not. So we don't have much choice here, so okay, let's place out these 2. These are still the best 2 I can place out. 18 has to go there. 34 has to go there. I still have to draw 1 more over here. The Pounding Rain is 26. And the last card. Okay, well, let's see. Deserted Outpost. Let's just do that one. Okay. All right, here we go. First one is progress. Are we making any progress here? We could heal somebody. That could be helpful. We could get 2 more meat, but then we'd probably lose our Jaguar in the process. But is our Jaguar going to be useful for anything later? Yes, he could be useful for something later, actually. So I think we'll hold on to our Jaguar. The Jaguar could help us out with the Nightshade card for future reference. Is it worth sacrificing her now so that I can just move up 1 more? Is it really worth it? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this option here. I'm sorry, Isabelle. You have to die so that we can reach El Dorado. Let's hope that was the right decision to make. Okay, and that means I get to move up to there. So now we'll just do that. Okay. All right, so we've made some progress. It cost us a life. It cost us one of our team members, but we are 1 step closer to El Dorado. Okay, we have to do this one regardless. And we lose 1 meat regardless. Unfortunately, Bessie dies as well. And then I can swap out cards to skip cards. So we're going to swap out this one for this one, okay? And then we skip the next card. So we skipped Spoiled Supplies. And move on to the next one, which is Nightshade. Now the next thing it is optional, okay? That is optional. We can do that. And I think, let's see here. We're not going to do the optional part, the yellow one. But we have to do one of these. And obviously, if we did that, Roy would die for sure. So we're going to use the Jaguar, sacrifice the Jaguar for the Nightshade. And we're still, Roy here is still going to maybe hopefully get us there. Okay, next card. Deserted Outpost. Well, we have to draw a card. So, injury. Uh-oh, that's a bad one. That's a very bad one. Yes, very, very bad. We get to skip it with this card here, so that's something at least. We can either get 2 bullets, or we can heal ourselves and also get camping expertise. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to choose to heal ourselves, heal Roy here, and also get to save this for later. This card here for later. Okay, next card is Lost. We can't do this regardless, because we would die. So we're going to have to do this, which means we draw 2 more cards for the path. The path ahead, which could be potentially good. Maybe. Maybe not. And we also get to keep this card for the tent, and we skip the next card. So we get to hold on to this one, and we get to skip injury, and move on to the path ahead. With the path ahead, we have to draw another card, which is that one there. Let's see here. We also get to choose one of these options we want. Unfortunately, we don't have the navigator anymore, or a navigating card. We just have camping expertise, no navigation expertise, so we can't do this one. We could, but it would kill him in the process if we tried it, and we would never make it. He would be inches away from El Dorado, and then he'd be dead. We can use a bullet to get a meat, but we don't have any bullets. So the blue is only optional anyway, so we're not going to do any of the blue. So moving on to monkey. We have to do the monkey. We lose 1 meat, but we get navigation. And we get jungle expertise as well. So now we've got all 3 expertises, and we have a monkey. And then the next card is, well, the next card gets skipped regardless. So whatever we're drawing, because we also have to draw, we can do an option here and draw a card regardless. We're going to use, that's what we're going to, well, we would only get 1 health, but it would be worth it, I think. We're going to lose, but then we lose our navigation as well for 2 health, and we're only going to heal up 1 health. Yeah, we're going to skip that altogether. Okay, that's it then. We move on to the evening phase. We're still in it. Roy is still alive, and we're just inches away from El Dorado. Okay, well, let's see here. I can do any drawing. I can draw cards, or I can place these out. None of these actually have that whole thing that I would need. I don't want to place out infected wood. I mean, an infected wound, I mean. First, that's bad. Dehydration, maybe not. Probably not swamp. So let's do a blind draw here. Uh-oh, that's not good. I don't have any meat. But, oh, we get to move up 1. Oh, yes, happy day. Poisonous frog. Footprints. And then we'll just place up these 3 cards here. Boom. All right. And we move on to the next card, which is piranhas. Happy day. Happy day. Okay. They're both red, so we choose one. I choose to do this one here, which advances us 1 up. So now we have officially made it to El Dorado. So let me just slide these down a bit. We have made it to El Dorado. We have won the game. And since I always have to do left to right first, this actually does get done first. So I wouldn't receive that injury. But even if I did, Roy would still be alive. Now, wouldn't he? But no, he did not get injured because he got us to El Dorado first. And as soon as you arrive at El Dorado, everything else is obsolete, which is awesome. So we won. Okay, so we won the game. But you can also, there's also points in this game when you win. If you have any extra cards you weren't able to utilize, hence these expertise cards, you would get 1 point for each of them. You would also get 1 point for each of the food and ammunition that you still have. You would receive 5 points. Let me look at the rule book here. Hold on. Let me just check for clarification on the 5 points. Yes, you would receive 5 points if you have not shuffled the deck. So this is the deck of cards. We didn't have to shuffle the deck of cards because we didn't go through all the cards. So because we didn't shuffle, we get 5 points for that. Okay? If we had shuffled, then we wouldn't get the 5 points. And remember, a losing condition is if you shuffle the cards twice. That's a losing condition, right? So thankfully, we didn't have to do that either way. So we get 5 points for that and 3 points for this. So not only did we win with 8 points. That's awesome. Now, if you manage to, you can get more points than that. If you manage to have if you have more than 1 person who survives. So let's say if I had 2 people that had survived, then it would be times 2, okay? So if Isabel and Roy had survived, it would be 8 times 2, which is what, 16 points? So you can get double the points. And if everyone survives, then it would be triple. It would be 3 times your actual score. So you could get a lot of points if everyone survives and makes it to El Dorado. But still, we won it. We still won the game with 8 points. So that was swell, and that was awesome. So if you guys liked this video, don't forget to leave me a like if you guys liked my gameplay video of this game. And I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.